Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, Alec, bringing you another Let's Talk Film, and today we are going to talk about a film I stumbled on just being bored on a road trip. I went to Hulu and I found this really oddball film called Dave Made a Maze. It's hard to explain, but it's basically about this guy named Dave who made a maze out of cardboard, and it's basically a huge labyrinth that kills people. And yeah, it's really interesting, and it's super oddball. I'm not gonna deny it, it's super weird, and I just want to dive into a few of the things. I think this will be a shorter Let's Talk film, but I'm still very excited to talk about this film because it does have some great things that gives to film. So one thing with Dave Made a Maze is obviously it has a low budget, and so you would expect it doesn't have the greatest sets and stuff, but it's so inventive in such that the set's the greatest thing in this movie. It's entirely cardboard pretty much, except for the house that they start off in. It is super inventive. There are so many cool sayings that they do with cardboard. They just play around with it, and it works really well. They make some beautiful set pieces, all with cardboard, and on such a very low budget. It was very cool to see, and it just shows that sure, you can have a low budget, but you can have an incredible set still. Yeah, you don't need New York City or something like that. You can just literally have a little area just to set up some cardboard, and bam, you got a great set piece. And yeah, I just love that about the film. The other thing I do want to talk about, the pacing in this movie is very slow at first. Because it starts you off with Dave stuck in the maze, and everyone else is on the outside. Well, Dave's like, no, don't come in, it's going to kill you if you come in, and you're going to get lost. But that pacing is very slow at the start. But once they enter the maze and it truly hits that first action, then it really speeds up to a incredible pace where it doesn't feel like it is slowing down like in the first pacing issue. And it is great. Time just flies by once they're in the maze. And the maze is its true strength, because you aren't going to find a movie like this. And just, I loved it. I loved how inventive it was. And the pacing, sure, sucked at first, but then it got a lot better. The group, I would say, are very oddball. These are characters that you would see very weird, but they were so likable. Like, oh my god, I just felt myself drawn to some of these characters because it's very strange, odd humor, but it's endearing humor. It's humor you don't hear much, and they aren't your typical heroes. They're like just these people, these friends of this really like loser kind of dude who are all just trying to like making a joke of it, and then they're like, oh snap, this is serious. And then you just see them really oddball heroes, and it's fun. It is a lot of fun, and it knows that's like that. And there's one thing I can't put my finger on, but it has this really weird spunk to it that I love. I don't know if it's like the actors like twisting with it or what, but there's some odd charm, like spunk to it that is so likable about the film that you don't see that often, you know, obviously. And it very much is really cool. It really is cool. Some of the shots have their ups and downs. Some shots are just strange and weird and not good. But then you got some shots that aren't typical to have that just make the film so much better and stand out. You know, so you had them on both ends, both bad shots and great shots. But the great shots really, once you start, overpower those bad shots. And honestly, I don't remember a whole lot of the bad shots as much as I do with some of those amazing shots that they had with their cardboard set pieces and then the characters right by them. It was so crazy, you know. You guys really have to see it to understand what I mean by these incredible shots, because it's something I can't explain, because this is genuinely one of the most creative films I've seen. Sure, it's not the greatest, but it is creative, and it does something that I've never seen before. And they play with these different world technique things that just add to the layers and depth, and it makes it feel like it's this huge world, but it's just this little maze, you know? It's kind of really crazy and awesome that really should get more recognition, just because it is so original, and I can't pound that enough into your brains. This is 100% original. There is nothing that's wrong with it, you know, like in rip-offs and stuff. And then it gives you this really oddball, like, kind of feel that you don't get from normal movies. The closest I can say I got from it was Swiss Army Man, I guess. But still, that wouldn't amount to the level of oddball this was, where it could slightly be a turn-off to some, but stick with it, please. It is so great. And the spunk just adds even more to it. And just, it really makes me sad how this movie went under the radar and no one really talked about it. Because this film is really, really, really something that is so creative. And especially in, like, this current age of film, to have a film like this that literally just is, like, completely low budget, but such a creative, incredible film is crazy, you know? And it really should get more recognition. People should be talking about this film, even if it's not great, you know? And that's really what I wanted to touch on. I just had to talk about it. It is so different and out of this world. You guys should all watch it. If you don't like it at first, stick with it, please. It's going to help you a lot. It really is going to change your perspective, honestly, on film, because you don't need a huge budget, and you can learn it from this film especially. It's incredible. It's incredible. Please watch it. It's on Hulu. Please. But yeah, thank you guys very much. I hope you guys watch this film. Dave Made a Maze is a beautiful film, honestly. Just with a few not so good, like the pacing and some of the acting at first is a little bland, but overall it's creative, it's funny, it's fun, it's great. But yeah, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoy and watch the movie. It's on Hulu again. See you guys later, and thank you guys for watching another episode.